features you can find in the flexible manufacturing system. You can understand? Understood? Very simple difference. All these will be having a similar kind of features. Please remember, the workstation and all these operating device, work device, automated conveyors, automated sensing locks. Okay, and the interlocks will be helping you to start up the program and end the program. Okay, in some of the systems they will be using the comfort level vision systems, because by looking at the shape of the object only, they can able to change out the program from one type of production to the other type of production. Okay, I have a 20-liter bottle and 10-liter bottle, the height will be different. The vision system will be capturing the information and it will be changing the production from A type of production to B type of production. Okay, and there will be small limited amount of buffer storage we can use. All these will be common in all these. Only the additional thing what we can find, the additional feature in a flexible manufacturing system is that. What is that? Non-production workstations will be there. That's all. The non-production workstations maybe in the chemical degreasing plants. Chemical degreasing plants, we are going to do almost the operations or some of the linkages we are going to develop. At one station, linkage A will be added, the B station linkage B will be prepared or something to do, and some kind of testing will be done. Before the testing, we are going to put small kind of greasing or oiling we do before the station. This is also a station. It may happen automatically, but we are not going to do any kind of machining activity on this. Only we do the testing. Maybe we are going to put a grease, we are going to put the oil, we are going to do the painting, non-machining activities. Okay, this is the feature of flexible manufacturing system. You understood? Please try to remember them. That is what I have written, flexible manufacturing system. Like you can see, one is that the FMS generally included non-processing workstations that support production but don't do directly the production. Understood? For example, I want to do a leakage testing before I go to get it to the next station. I want to do oiling or I want to do greasing. Do small kind of testing so that we are going to send it to the next station. But of course, it is also totally automated, but it is not going to do any kind of machining activities. That is non-processing workstation, it's called. That is the feature of flexible manufacturing system. So flexible manufacturing cell, flexible manufacturing system. FMS components, simply you should not write so many things. There will be workstations. Workstations are those, maybe it is a machining, correct no? Or some manufacturing level, not assembly. And work holding and job holding devices, material holding devices, and there will be a kind of computer control system which will be coordinating all these activities. Correct no? A computer will be controlling the sensor. Correct no? Mostly what type of programs will be using to control all these activities? A sensor will be there. Correct no? The sensor will identify the object. Then by the time it go to the workstation, the job holding device will come into the picture and it will lift. And the machining will be done or some activity will be performed, it will come down, it will be sent to the next station. So all these together, what type of program will be using in the industries normally? Normally what kind of programs will be using them? Hearing, yeah. Huh? Loudly, yes. There will be a specified application software for this. I told you PLC program, programmable logical controllers. The programmable logical controllers, even the timer arrangement, everything we can do on the board itself. The control of the piston, all these we can do here only. By doing small changes with the ladder logic, I can able to do whatever the changes it is required. That is a programmable logical controllers. I want to find a small change in your face style also at the same time. You should have this one interest. Okay, if it is so, I should have to understand and go and find out where we can learn them. You will be sufferers if you don't understand. I don't want to update. You will be suffering. I'm telling you. You should be expert. Try to be expert in one of the field, maybe in manufacturing or design or thermal, whatever it is. Correct now, so that you can showcase your skills and abilities. Okay, so there are three important components. One is the workstation or workstations. The next one, work holding and job holding devices. Another, maybe it is robot also maybe there within this, and along with this there will be some kind of computer control devices. Here I am not going to write MCU. Machine control unit is only to control the machine activities, or you can say even a cell control unit, which can totally control the cell. Okay, these are the important things. Okay, and now some of the things which I have given here, even though you have the flexible manufacturing cell or a system, some of the important functions which manually we need to do are loading of the raw material, unloading and loading of the raw material, and changing the tools we do. Correct? No, when you do automatically manually. Okay. And is it required that we need to do all these? All these will be totally integrated. All these, if you are not going to implement the flexible manufacturing system, the loading of the material, unloading of the material, and keeping the work part at the station properly, and testing them properly, and holding them properly. Correct? No? All these activities, and along with that, we need to change all the programs and write the programs. Of course, when you go and do it automatically, writing the program, it is part of the and responsibility of a programmer. He has to do. Correct? No? If you come to Industry 4.0, therein the selection of the program for this particular task will be selected by the machine itself. Okay, that is Industry 4.0. Okay, all these 7 important the additional the activities which essentially the work has to be done by the human being, those will be by means of automatic in the case of flexible manufacturing system. And workstations, you can look into this assembly and some of the equipments, testing equipments, and machine loading and unloading equipments, all this, and material handling and storage. Material handling and storage. It is not necessarily the whole material has to move in the similar position. Correct? No, sometimes we need to reposition the work part. Correct? No, and we need to do small kind of activity on this semi-completed part by taking away from the work line. Okay, all these will be by means of a material handling devices. Correct? No? Material handling devices. Try to compare and try to analyze yourself how basically the industries are performing by looking into that practically, and try to compare and remember all these informations. Correct? No? Theoretically, simply you cannot write something else, whatever you feel like to write. Okay, and computer control, where all you need to control use the computer control, where all at what all the stages of the machining are within the manufacturing cell, the machine control unit, the control is required, controlling activities. It has to control the program, control the machine, and suddenly the traffic jam and all, correct, no? And whenever there is a maintenance, it has to diagnose the fault with the machines and how much time it has taken, correct, no? And even in your this one also you can see that the Google map, you want to go from here to Yelanga, for example, the estimated timing is 20 minutes, for example. And in between we have stopped, again the timing will be changing. In the similar way here, once there is a breakdown, once after repair, and it will be giving you the new estimated production rate, so that it will be easier for the production engineer to reschedule and for the next few schedules also. All this will be possible. Correct? No? All this has to be controlled by the control systems within the manufacturing level. Okay, that is what I have written. Tool control, performance monitoring and reporting, diagnostic, traffic control and production control, distribution of control instructions to the workstations, correct, no? Workstation control. Okay, all these try to remember them. And among them, one or two if you don't remember, and simply writing all generally will not get the marks, I am telling you, in the exam. And what are the applications of FMS? FMS. At least you look into and tell me. And mostly you will find the application of FMS in one of the industries there near to Dodbalapur. One of your senior friend, he came, he joined there. Totally it is automated. You can see all robotic handling, moving from one station to the other station. Totally it is automated. Okay, Rital India Limited it is. If you happen to go there, or if you get some opportunity to get into to do small 1 or 2 month training. One of my MTech student at Ramay College, he went there and he started working there. He shown his intelligence in doing some CAD modeling and all. So they told, it seems you immediately join. It is multinational company and he is getting very good salary. One of your student, the friend, senior friend also joined Rital India Limited. If you happen to go to Dodbalapur industrial estate and you can find Rital India Limited. Totally they are into the sheet metal industry, panel board they are doing. And totally it is automated. It is a German company. So in most of the sheet metal industries and machining activities, machining industries, we are going to use the FMS. Understood? FMS will be used in machining activities and some of the sheet metal industries we are using the FMS. And now, very generally with the controlled thinking, try to write the benefits of the FMS. And machine utilization will be increased, correct, no? The utilization of the machine, that means non-working time of the machine will be lesser, correct, no? Because how it will be, please don't look at the board, look at me and tell. How the utilization of the machine will be maximum? Utilization of your book or utilization of your mind only you take. How many hours you are going to engage the system with this one? It will be increased. How? That means non-production times will be decreased. Non-production times will be decreased in the sense the loading, unloading, all this will be happening automatically, so that it will be taking lesser amount of time, and the additional time will be the material will be spending on the workstations. So definitely the utilization of the machines will be increased. Correct, no? Then next, fewer machines required. Fewer machines required. Very less number of machines are required. Because a well-defined machining activities we are going to do. Correct, no? And sometimes you need to go for the line balancing. What is the meaning of line balancing? What is the meaning of line balancing? Class, line balancing. Line balancing. Line balancing. Looking like here in the new world. What is the meaning of line? A particular fraction or assembly station, so many stations should be there, and then we convert that will be called as one line. And if I am having two parallel lines, that will be two lines. Now, I want to understand what is the meaning of line balancing. Forgotten totally. Totally it's forgotten. Line balancing. For example, the cycle time for this is 10 seconds. If I am going to use a single machine, it will be taking 20 seconds. And this is taking 10 seconds. What happens? The total line operation will depend on the working cycle of a particular station, which will be consuming lot of time. Correct? No? Instead of using the two machines here, or workstations are going to use a single workstation, it will be taking 20-second time. That means remaining 10 seconds